Okay, recording started. And I will, for now, just share my full screen. Boop. Okay. I think you should just go over the questions after covering material first, just to maintain timing. That's fair. That is fair. So we'll just go through everything. Last time, aka yesterday, for Haven, I went through every single one of these and kind of explaining it in the document. I think today I'm just going to go through the game. Like, I'm going to go through them one by one and show it in the game instead. I think it'll just be a little bit better that way. While I'm talking, let me actually boot up Valorant because I forgot to do that. So I just want to start with the examples first, and then we'll kind of go into the thought process of some of these. Okay, so let me see. First, I have some clips that I want to kind of show from yesterday to update you guys. So, you know, we talked about Haven. I want to show you guys the A short double satchel in a different context, like seeing how it plays out. So in this example here, the sky flash misses again, but I still take that timing. Like, I'm full gambling that there's no one left and right. Why am I making that gamble? Because they don't have Jet or Chamber, right? They have a Reyna and a Raze, so it's less likely for those guys to be able to escape. But I also just, I don't know, it was like a gut intuition. So I get this kill, and notice this. I immediately speed up with my nade and I'm going out. And I'll explain this in a second. Get 2 more kills. And then the round's over. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember from yesterday, but one of the reasons why I pointed out the double satchel down short was so strong was because it eliminated the fact that the B rotator would be able to come onto A in time if you're quick with it, right? So essentially, by double satcheling down A short, I rotate faster than their B player rotates to A. And because I get this kill, I'm confident in taking that timing. So I just speed up with my nade. I know they're fighting long, and my big goal here is just to make sure the B rotator doesn't get onto A side in time. Like, that's literally why I'm pre-aimed for this. I'm expecting a fight here. And what ends up happening is the long players come back and I just kill them. But yeah, my main focus on that timing is just to stop this guy from getting into sight, which he kills me. That's Vanity, by the way. I honestly, I didn't know Vanity could shoot that straight, so kudos to him. So that's just a refresh or a deeper dive into the Haven A short play and showing some proof there. So there's that. I have another clip, another few clips of just some general Raze mechanics I just want to show you guys some examples of. So this one here was a crazy, kind of stupid round that I pulled off here, but I want to show you guys the power of that weaving in your satchels when you fight. So I get the kill, I speed up again. That's a very common theme. If I don't throw that satchel, I don't get 2 kills here, right? I want you guys to watch this back again and study the timing that I threw, because it wasn't instant, right? I did not throw the satchel at the Astra instantly. I delayed it for a little bit. Boom. Okay, so I don't know if you guys understand why I did that, but as I'm flying down here, I spot 2 players. I saw the Astra close left and the Jet deep elbow. But if I throw satchel now, that means that I have to detonate the satchel and peek into him. But rather, I want to pop the satchel when he's peeking into me. In this case, because if I go wide, the Jet might kill me, right? And this is all about isolating angles here. So I let the Astra swing me instead, and that's why I delay the satchel. Boom. Easy. And then I shit on that guy. Okay, so there's that example. And then, okay, so these next 2 clips, the concept here is that I want you guys to think about using your satchel to peek with drones. So in this example here, I peek with my boombot, but I'll show you another one right after where I peek with Skydog. Because if you think about it, they're going to be using their bullets for the boombot. So this round is just whatever. I walk out B, get a kill. I'm using boombot. I failed my nade here. I was trying to like backpedal to get it over the box, whatever. But okay, you saw that boombot pop? That's where I go for the satchel peek. So let me play that back. I would not have went for that satchel peek if the boombot didn't aggro. But because of this boombot's aggroing right now, boom, it exploded. I know kind of where he is. He's going to be low. And on top of that, like, If he was shooting the boom bot, that would also be an advantage for me. So in this case, the advantage is the damage, but I'll show you an example with Skydog here. Did you crouch for satchel? Yes, I did crouch right there. I also crouched right here. Now, did I know that Skydog was going to get a stun? No. Did I know there were 2 players there? No. The only thing I knew right here was that I have Stinger, my teammate is dogging, and I'm going to go with the Skydog. I'm looking to take this risk. I see him pathing, so I'm staying on minimap. I see him pathing CT stairs right now, right, with the Skydog. I'm like, okay, if there's a guy there, I'm going to take that space and get the kill. If there's not a guy there, then I will hold CT stairs with my Spectre, or my Stinger. So it's like a net win anyways, right? I'm not entering into the site, but I'm entering into B heaven. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it's important to highlight here because I don't think this is a common thing that people do. The important concept here is just to follow your drone. So in this case, Skydog, Boombot, Silver Drone, Fade Prowler. Like, it's really hard for them to shoot Skydog or any of those other pieces of util while you're also flying at them. So a really good combo. In this case, I had the double satchel to get the timing, but ideally you do it with a single. Okay, just want to get those clips out. We can move on to Ascent. Some examples. So I'm just gonna go through the examples first, and then, like I said, I'll go into the game. So here's a quick A exec. Normally with the A exec here, okay, so before I move on forward, Ascent is really important that you have an omen. You need the omen for flash because the very fact that we lock Raze normally means that it's Raze, Jet, Omen, Sova, and then Sentinel, right? So that means that we don't have double initiator. So your flash is reliant on your omen. So in that case, when you're rushing A or B, you should be doing insta early blinds. Like, omen, can you early blind A main? Omen, can you early blind B? If you don't get that blind, it's like it's really hard to fast rush anything. So always ask for that early omen blind. That's why I'm knife out here. I get stalled, but the goal of that boombot was to zone the guy left side. Then notice here, I nade for hell just because they're playing Astra. Double satchel out. Nothing's on site, whatever. But I wanted to show you guys what the execute looks like. And then I'm immediately in positions and jump up, which we'll talk in the post plant once we get there. But this is my favorite post plant position. And this all happened in a matter of like, I don't know, 19 seconds. There's a bunch of different places you can nade. You can nade dice, you can nade hell, you can nade gen, you can nade heaven, you can nade coffin. This box here. Doesn't really matter. In this case, I naded deep hell because they're playing Astra, and typically Astra likes to play hell or dice. So that's what I was thinking going here. So yeah. Next example I want to show you guys is the A main fight. So this is really important on defense and offense. You will be spending the majority of your time A main. So get comfortable fighting here. The reason why it's good is because your util here is just made the fight A main. So
I'm gonna smoke bottom mid.
I just boom bot, boom. They have Astra, so the star is a little bit big. I'm just waiting. I'm using my kit here, my whole kit, to make sure I get A main control. That nade full missed, by the way. I did not mean to nade wine. I meant to nade A main, but in hindsight, actually the nade wine might be pretty good. But you see I tap here. If you're ever playing against A main and there's a flash agent, be really aware of it. So in this case, Phoenix flash is really hard to dodge. So that's why I just like tap. They also Astra suck to fight it. You see, now we're just trading util. Phoenix like Mollied or flash or something. Astra use smoke and suck, so that's -2 stars. I've used boombot and nade, right? That's all we've used so far, but I've gotten more util out of them than they did out of me, and that's pretty good. And that's your goal here. You kind of want to just trade util and A main and eventually get the orb. Phoenix has no more util, he used everything. And yep, I just called it. Phoenix used all of his util. He has no flash, no molly. I'm assuming that's why I'm calling that. And you can get the orb. Raze ult is super nice on Ascent, so farming A main orb is really good. So this is your main goal on offense, Ascent. Just farming A main orb, getting A main control, baiting util, making pressure, right? That's your goal here. On defaults, I should clarify. If you need a little bit of more specific util to do it, you can use your nade. So this is, I learned this from Jing. you just like kind of like aim your crosshair around this point and then just run left and jump throw the nade. You don't have to do it like this, you can just jump pick the nade, but if you do it like this, you get a quicker timing on the nade, and it just lands deep A main. And what you can do with this nade is actually just full stick the orb. You see there, it's a little bit risky, but because I used Boombot as well, I'm pretty confident in just full sticking the orb right there. Even though the Phoenix is still fighting it, I know he's fighting it. That's why I threw the nade. I'm really confident in just sticking the orb here. Boom, free orb. So, and then now I'm just gone, whatever. He mollies my Sova redrones, whatever. We end up ace splitting A, winning the round, but that's not the important part here. And then for B main control, there's a cool Boombot lineup that used to be so much better until the Boombot got nerfed, but I still use it. There's these like lines here. I think it's the second line from the wall. You line up with it, and then you aim in the middle of this little vent thing. And the reason why I like to push forward closer to the barrier is just because the Boombot lasts like not as long anymore. So I just want to like reduce that travel time. And what this Boombot does is that it lets you wait out Sova Dart, lets you wait out Odin spam, and it also peaks B main for you, so you can break this Killjoy turret. Boom. Easy clap, right? I don't know how common this Killjoy turret is in your games, but this Killjoy turret is almost done every single round in my lobbies because the Sova can shock dart off of this turret, or Odin spam off of it. So it's like, it's just this really good turret to have in general. But I know I'm playing against Killjoy now, so I throw the nade and I throw the satchel into the smoke so I can secure the orb. I throw the nade to try to break Killjoy util like Alarm Bot or Killjoy mollies, and I throw the satchel in the smoke just in case this guy wants to run through the smoke to kill me while I'm getting the orb, because currently I'm solo B main. I've full taken B main alone, which is very valuable, right? I'm full creating pressure B. I've broken turret, I've broken a molly, and I've pulled one smoke off of my own kit, whereas all four of my teammates get to do everything else on the map while I'm making pressure. So you can see how in this case, like I really play Raze on Ascent, kind of like an initiator. I'm taking map control by myself. I can full take map control with my kit very safely, and it doesn't really matter to me if I use my whole kit for the mains. Because if I use my whole kit and I can guarantee I get A main or B main control, I get an orb out of it, and I typically bait an Astra Star. And that is pretty worth it, I think. So I end up leaving, spamming a little bit, the satchel pops, and I just go back to mid. Teammate dies, whatever. But it's a good default. Okay, so A main, B main are your default spots. I forget the reasoning why I didn't want to default A main this round, but I just wanted B instead. And then I'll show you guys some defense clips. So defense, just like offense, you want to contest A main. Jing likes to just jiggle with his nade out here. So that's what I'm doing here. I heard this guy jump up and I heard the flash. So I threw the nade, I threw the Boombot, and my Omen's gonna blind. And I really want to get this kill, right? Boom. Just like how I was getting the free orb A main every round, this Phoenix also wants orb A main every round. So I'm making sure to contest this guy and not let him get it for free. And just like a little bonus right there is, after I got that clip, jump satchel and get out. Right, so asking for the Omen one way is very, very nice. Makes your job a lot easier. And then if you can coordinate the Omen blind to help you keep fighting A main, it's really good. So just think about that. And then I just want to show you guys here this Raze ult. So sometimes you want to ult directly under you to get speed, and sometimes you want to ult like this so you get height. And specifically the height here is for over the spawn smoke, right? And the reason why this play is specifically good, notice how I ping. So it's because they're Killjoy ulting, right? That means I have to be spawn anyways. So I'm pinging to getting ready to spam, but I can just also aim my ult on that ping. Easy kill. Throw the nade on the same spot, and then I just get on site. They are actually out. There's a guy logs. He gets a kill, and then we end up losing the round. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that Raze rocket. As for the next Ascent game, I only have like 2 decent clips here, but we full fight A main here. So I early Boombot a lot. I'm kind of just waiting a little bit. I heard Omen TP. I don't know, I was talking over it here, but that's why I throw this nade. And as you can see, this nade lands in the cubby. So if you want to fight A main, it's good to throw the nade like this to full land in the cubby and clear that guy. I don't see anything. He smokes, and I just decided to leave afterwards. But you can see I'm really fighting for A main here. This is important because I'm assuming people in lower elo would just sit somewhere and sit on site and play really passive. But Raze nade is so good because A main corridor is so tiny. So your nade covers the whole thing. And I just want to show you guys another fast A execute for this game. So I'm gonna blind again. Gamma knife's close, and I just go with the rocket. The thing I wanted to highlight here, well, there's a few things, but I'll go back and let the round play out, and I'll go through it again. Okay, so I'll kind of explain my thought process here. So we're going fast A, right? Boom, boom, fast A, fast A. This guy Sage slows. So I know that that means that this guy is most likely playing close. So that's why I go for the single ult satchel here. Boom, single ult satchel, kill the guy close. Easy, right? Now I'm looking to clear right after I ulted. See nothing right side. So I look back to the left and see this omen. Get this kill. Okay, at this point, I'm nading heaven just in case there's a heaven rotator. But more importantly here, I'm looking to take tree control because whoever controls tree in the post plant typically wins the round. Granted, we are up 5v3, this is an overheat, but I really didn't expect anyone to be cat here because I just killed 2 A players. The only thing I can think about is that this killjoy just walked out mid onto cat, like he was the mid player for some reason. So that's kind of weird, but that's why I made that play. Okay, and then Ascent again. I wanted to show you guys this round, and I wanted to explain my thought process throughout the entire round. This time instead of just showing you the clip. So in this example here, I'm looking to early boom bot, right? Boom. They said fast B, my teammates did, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rotate towards cat. They got double scan, so what I'm thinking here is that they probably won't commit B. They just got, my jet got an early kill, and they're just gonna come back tiles. So I'm just gonna try to fight it. I threw the nade, I'm just like, you know, hopefully this guy swings me. Nothing happens. I'm like, okay, maybe they're gonna come back to A main. And then they commit B into the op, which is dumb. But notice this, I'm staring at minimap right now, and I get my double satchel off to match the pacing. And this is like that flood concept that I talked about yesterday on Haven, right? If your teammates are alive on site and they're fighting, you want to get there in time. So that's why I did my double satchel here. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I have one more round to break down for you guys here. So early boom bot, well actually I kind of held the smoke a little bit. I was like holding my nade here. Didn't see anything, so I boom bot instead. I hear some shots in mid, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna leave A. I'm gonna go mid. My boom bot will see if there's anyone A. It did not aggro, so I'm like, okay, cool. My jet dies, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go make a play, push the smoke. Nothing here. They're going mid B. I get a timing. And then end up killing 3. If I stayed A main longer, I would not have gotten that timing, right? So the timing I'm looking for there is to get off of cat and kill them as they run down into mid towards market to do a B split. So it kind of reminds me of like split when you like the guy in ropes runs out of the smoke and kills you as you run up B heaven. It's kind of the timing I'm looking for here. And I did get that timing because my Sova was delaying a little bit. One small detail I want to show you guys here is I'm intentionally hiding myself from tiles by hiding behind this box so I can isolate the top mid fight when the smoke fades. When I see nothing there, my eyes go next to look at Sub Rosa. So it's first top mid, then I look at Sub Rosa, and then I start scanning for tiles, right? I look for the off angle here, fountain, look for tiles, see no one tiles, and then my next angle is fridge. So I do it in increments there, because this is a very risky peak to go for, right? I get 2 kills. Immediately, I'm looking to speed up again. Very common theme you guys are noticing here. I get kills and I satchel forward. So in this case, I have ult, so it's like really easy to. And I look left, right? Just to check if there's anyone top mid again. And then, unlucky, this guy updrafts my rocket, whatever. But this round is over. Welcome clicked. You are good. And I just want to show off a B post plant here. So I'll go through the whole execute here. Oh, whoops. I'll go through the whole execute here. Honestly, I didn't even know where to throw my nade. So I just threw it on site somewhere. But you'll notice Site is actually full clear here because the stairs guy died. And the thing I want you to notice here is how quickly I reposition in the post plant. I'm assuming most of you guys here would just sit on site and try to hold a crossfire and maybe just sit here and stare at the spawn smoke, right? But the thing I want to encourage you guys to do is trying to like push up for space. So immediately I know I have some timing to get close to the smoke, and I want to play Giraffe because Giraffe is this corner I'm standing next to. It's a really good spot to contest market, and then if they run out spawn, I can kind of like fight with them as well. Luckily, or maybe unlucky, my teammates just killed the 2 guys markets. You know, that would have been my kills, but whatever. And then I get the peak spawn here. Don't get that kill either. As you can tell, it's a 12-1 game. We actually had Xander and Asana on this. Xander and Asana in this game, so it's kind of one-sided. Okay, so those were all the 3 Ascent VODs I could find footage from, but I don't come unprepared. I have 4 more Ascent clips I want to show you from my own clips that I just take. So here I just want to show you guys the if you're on defense. So in this round I started cat because we're on an eco actually. So I'm just looking for something stupid. I see nothing mid at all. Full clear mid, see a turret. Okay, so let me break down this idea. If I'm picking off of cat, I hear 1 A main, right? I make that call here. I know you guys can't hear it. I heard A main. Okay, so if I hear A main, most of you guys would probably just turn around and go back to A. But I know I have time to go and see if there's a lurker. Oop, jiggle, jiggle. I see turret. That means that they're probably all A main and they put the turret there just to watch their mid. So I'm like, okay, let me go here. And then notice how I'm holding my nade and I'm not instantly throwing it to delay. I'm using my nade when they execute. Boom, jet dashed out. Now the nade blocks off their teammates and I can kill this idiot. And luckily this guy ran out too. But that nade, you see, what's the word? It's not dissect, but like it separated, I guess is the best word. Divided, I guess, is like it split the hit. You know, the people that go out first and second are separated from the rest of their team. So I could go and take that timing. And yeah, I overheat. I nade off right side. I peek the guy left. You know me, best player in the game. No, I'm kidding. I actually overheat here. So I wanted to show you guys that this overheat is terrible. But I'm taking small peeks there to try to get the off angle. But yeah, don't do that. I think the overheat A main is fine since I still had nade. But I definitely should have peeked off my Silva's contact. Okay, next clip. Post plant. This is actually in a tournament. I was filling Killjoy. So this is not Raze specific, but a post plant specific. So we got an A site. Immediately, I set up to get into jump up. And the only reason why I'm showing this is because this jump up position is best played when tree is closed and or smoked. And then your teammate gets contact for you to jump up. So right now I'm just waiting for my teammates to get contact heaven and I'm just going to jump up. In this case, I think I'm just doing off my turret, low-key. Everyone's just swinging off of my turret. Boom. Easy, bro. Like, I don't know if, like, it's just the easiest post plant ever. Anyone gets contact heaven, you jump up, they never look at you, and you just have the freest kills. I don't know how else to explain it, but like, it's just free kills. So try that the next time you play Ascent. Just get on that jump up. Someone gets contact heaven, you jump up. And then, I want to show you guys the cat rotate here. So why this is important to me is because this is your most normal start. Your early boombot A main. This case is round 1, so I'm playing super fast. Teammate gets contact mid, and I just get ready to go in this cat smoke. Reload didn't finish. Okay, so why is this important? If I took a little bit longer A main, I probably don't get this timing. And then most of you guys actually might consider rotating spawn, like going tree to spawn instead of going into the cat smoke. But T side always smokes this cat, or always smokes cat, so like defense gets to like control the smoke typically, which means that if they go mid B again, like I said before, the analogy on split, I'm looking to walk through the smoke as they're splitting mid. So in this case, the killjoy walks into me, but that's the idea. Like I want to pop out ropes as they come up B heaven. So in this case, I'm popping out cat as they go up mid B. Hopefully that makes sense. But if I don't make that play and I rotate spawn instead, I feel like it's a high chance we lose the round. Yeah, I want to avoid playing retake here. So I have another example of me doing this. I start A main. In this case, I'm just early nade jiggle because I don't want to waste my boombot. After early boombotting, like a few rounds, you can just save your boombot because they just wait it out anyways. So I just jiggle with my nade out. And then again, I'm just walking towards cat. Oh, cat is smoked. Let me go and fight. This guy's spamming, so I'm like, okay, I'll just kill that guy. My teammate died to the jet mid, so I'm just using util to see if anyone's close. And then I'm just ready to fight this guy because I don't want him to like come back to mid and fight me. And I really like this angle. I rarely lose that fight. After this duel, I'm just getting out. But because I left A main without boombotting it, I get lurked up on. So it's kind of my bad, but I got 2 kills mid, so it's not a big deal to me.
1 out A main and 2 mid.
But yeah, hopefully that really emphasizes the idea of starting A main early. If there's no A main pressure, then you rotate to mid and specifically cat and you're looking for a contact. That's basically the whole playbook on defense. Start A main, rotate cat, rotate B if they're fast rotate B. I'll get into some more nuance as I open the game, but I have to actually task manager Valorant. No wonder it wasn't opening. Any questions about any of that so far? I'm always scared to peek from cat. Totally just rotate through tree normally. And that's completely fair. Rotating through tree is like the safer, you know, approach. For sure. Like completely. I guess my advice there is like you can isolate the top mid fight if you are standing flush with the box, right? So you don't have to worry about tiles. And then you can kind of angle out. And like then it's just a 1v1, you know, it's not that bad. Okay, for you guys, I'm going to adjust this so it streams Valorant. You should have some game audio now. Why is this taking so long to load? There we go. Okay. Okay. Should be good. I think we're all set up. I'm gonna keep it in windowed on my end, but you guys should be able to see the full screen. So let me give you some audio. Okay. So we went through all the examples. I'm kind of just going to go through the stuff that we kind of like missed out on. But I kind of want to show you. So I'm all over the place. I think it would be a little bit more helpful for me to go through how a full round typically is played out. Right? So what I mean by that is, okay, on offense, if I'm doing a main control and I early boombot, I nade, I do whatever I need to do to get a main control, and I get this orb, right? If they smoke a main here, and I haven't cleared wine, I will go and clear wine. But if I know wine is clear because I like peeked really early or something like that, or I think is really low chance, and they smoke this off, I'm not just gonna sit behind the smoke and waste my time. As soon as I get the orb and they smoke, I'm just gonna leave, right? Or if if I can't take a main control, like I've used my entire kit, I boombot, I nade, I satchel, and I still can't get a main, I'm just gonna leave. Like you don't have to over obsess about staying A main if you can't keep it. Then you just go mid. Oh, your teammates are probably gonna mid anyways, right? And if we're all 5 A main and you get smoked off, you might as well just go back and re-clear mid because there's nothing else to do. While you're sitting outside of the smoke, you might as well go back, right? So when you go back, typically at this point the round's just gonna like kind of be random. But if you want, you can kind of walk back up cat for a kill. You could try to drop down into mid to break alarm bot, like the Killjoy alarm bot or the trip. You just work a kill here, or you actually just might run out, knife out from A main into spawn and go back to B. Like let's say like you're fighting A, there's 3 or 4 there. You just run all the way back and try to hit B. Right? And that's typically how these rounds play out. So hopefully that's a little bit helpful to show the context of that. If I'm defaulting B main, like I showed you guys, so this is the second line, right? 1, 2, go into the middle here. I'm in the middle of this vent thingy and I just walk as close as I can so it starts bouncing. So it has a little bit more travel distance. And then I'm just using my util to break sentinel util and just get the orb. After I get the orb or they smoke, like I said again, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go back and go mid and look for some duels. Maybe I'll just, you know, jump peek, whatever. Depending on where my teammates are at, I'm definitely gonna try to work mid though. Because you have like a whole minute and 40 into the round. So that's typically how these defaults go. If you want to default mid, which I don't have footage of, so I'll show you guys here. If you want to default mid, you could nade cat. So if you want to nade cat, you could like jump throw it. That's how I like to do it. And then this jump throw nades, you know, as you can see, it lands pretty perfectly for the guy standing here. I actually don't know a nade that lands in this corner. But now that I think about it, that would probably be a little bit better. But typically when I'm going mid control, it's something like this.
Grenade.
Wait for the nade, swing with the nade, and then I like to jump through my boombot like this. Pre-nerf, this boombot used to go all the way into market. Post-nerf, all it does is kind of zone your peak a little bit so you can get closer. The reason why I jump throw it is just in case there's an op here. And then I kind of just run up and I'm like hoping to clear angles like this. If you have a silver dart, it makes your life so much easier so you don't have to clear close mid. And then at this point, I'm just looking to break util. Hopefully I can break alarm bot, you know, whatever. If I, you know, spot a guy with the boom bot, I might like speed up on him. If I still have my nade, because cat got smoked and I can save my nade instead of throwing at cat, I'll use my nade here because this close market corner is complete AIDS to clear. I don't know if you guys have that experience, but like if I'm going to clear market and then I peek, like this guy close always kills me because the angle is so deep. I don't know, it's just a really hard angle for me. So I just use my nade to solve that issue. So that's typically how I work mid. If I'm gonna work mid and go into cat instead, I would love to have my boombot. Because then you can just boombot for tree while you peek these angles. Note to angle clearing, you jump up on this ledge, it's a little bit easier. So you can throw off your head and then you can peek a top box, boom, peek the off angle and then walk up and clear close. And then from this point, you actually might want to back up to get a better angle on this guy, this crack angle. Pretty scary actually. And then you can start peeking into tree like that. If you're actually A splitting, just to take it one step further so we don't have to cover it later, I almost always throw my nade into the tree smoke so that they don't run through it. I don't know how often it is for you guys that they run through it, but like if this guy has a flash here and they're smoked off, they typically just flash and run through it, and it's so annoying. So typically what I do on this A split is I'll just, you know, nade this and run across, and then I'll actually just spam my gun. I know that just sounds so dumb, but believe it or not, I've gotten pretty high amount of kills just running across and spamming my gun because it's pretty close range, right? Then if you want, after your nade dissipates, you can actually go into the smoke and take control of the smoke, and then you can run through and try to kill the guy that's playing here and then eventually flank into heaven. Believe it or not, it converts pretty well because your nade full clears the smoke for you and they don't expect you to push through it. So I don't know, pretty crazy play, but it works pretty well. And then after that, if I'm on A site, like I go into A site, I would prefer you guys not to close the door. Just go A site to, you know, help your teammates get the kills if they need to, and then just come back and hold tree. If the smoke still has timing on it, you should maybe cross back to this side so it's easier for you to hold it, because, you know, they might like come out and clear left first, who knows. And if you really want to be ratty, you can go all the way back to cat and play late cat here, and then when they start breaking, well, I guess the door is not broken, but if they start coming through tree, you can start working your way out and then like shoot them in the back. The reason why I want you to stay tree here is because you just split A from tree, right? So you might as well keep the space here, because if you close the door, then you're just giving up all tree space, and then if they have Killjoy ult, like, you're gonna have to break the door and fight through it and keep, like, take the space back already when you had it in the first place. So moral of the story is, if you're splitting A, try to just keep tree control. Like, don't insta break the door. That's the biggest advice I can give you guys there. Now, if you're splitting B, you know, it's definitely a lot more common than closed market, but it's okay if your teammates kill the B players, or if you kill the B player even here, to just come back and stay market and even contest spawn. But it's definitely okay to just play here. It's a little bit more common. And then skipping forward a little bit, you guys already seen the fast A exec, but we haven't really seen a good fast B exec. There's a stairs line up here. You can run through this nade. Yeah, maybe that's not actually not how you do it. Maybe it's this left one. Okay. Now that explains a lot, because I threw the other one in the game, and I threw it like this, and it just didn't hit the guy. So middle bar to the left, run throw. Let's try that again. Middle bar, run throw, lane stairs. Okay. If you combine that nade with the double satchel, you can kill the guy's stairs. You can get under market, which is pretty safe. And then you can go back and clear this guy logs if he's there. The biggest worry here is if there's a guy switch, right? If there's a guy switch, you know, it is what it is. Maybe you kill the guy because you're landing so fast anyways, right? So that's like a super fast B exec you can do. You could also just double satchel into market. Okay, actually, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't actually know how to do this one, but I've seen Jing do it. Yeah, just pretend like that one was really cool. And then you can just go into the market smoke and kill the rotator. Or like you kill the guy that's like ready to swing out. It's a pretty good play, especially if you're on eco or you have a judge. So, pretty good play. Otherwise, the rest of like your B execs, you might just like peek out, you know, nade stairs, satchel out. Nothing too crazy. It's just like a standard execute. There's like not any really super cool double satchels you can do here aside from just double satcheling the towards stairs or into market. So most of the B execute comes from the omen blind and the silver dart. You could double satchel over the roof, I think, but it's a lot harder than the jet updraft. Like if you do it from close, it's probably fine, but like the reason why the jet one is so good is because the smoke covers you, and then you can do it pretty much all from cover. So I'm not sure if you can do one from here. Like I said, I don't really know these double satchels. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know those crazy double satchels, but that's the B exec for me. I just go fast, I throw the stairs nade, and then you can either double satchel up or you can kind of just run on the floor and then kind of just go out from here. I know we've seen a few examples of the A main execute, but I want to really iterate that the nade hell is good if you think they're playing hell. Otherwise, if you don't run, you can nade dice instead. So nading dice is really good because you can't spam the right side anymore. So nading, you know, making that guy swing is pretty good. And then if there is a guy generator, you can guarantee to kill by bouncing your nade off of Gen and making him peek. Like it's literally a guaranteed kill. So if you know he's Gen, you can just bounce it like that, and then he has to swing right or he has to swing left. So really good. You could single satchel switch. I could see that being good for B. But yeah, after you throw this nade, either dice, hell, Gen, or heaven, I like to double satchel towards Gen and kill this guy and make space for the guy tree. As in, like, if there's a guy tree, he's gonna be less likely to run through the smoke because I'm Gen. And then I'll just pinch sight, I'll kill the guy hell, I'll kill the guy dice, I'll clear hell, and then I'll just get up on my favorite spot in the post plant, which is jump up. And we talked about that. Some other A post plant spots you can play are Gen. So if you have a satchel, play up here. Great spot. Of course, you're open to tree, so hopefully the door is closed or it's smoked off. You could also play A main. Honestly, you probably won't ever find yourself in A main because you're not Sova or Omen, but A main's not bad either. The reason why A main's okay is because you can spam the bomb. But as a Raze, I highly suggest, not even probably, that you guys just play on site instead of playing A main. Especially if you don't have util, like, you might as well just go on site and die. And then the other one I would say, like, one of my favorite positions is here. So it's really hard for this guy to come out tree and clear you because he's looking this, and then you're in this really tight corner, or he might clear like this and then you get the kill. And the benefit of playing here is that you're not completely hidden from heaven. So you can get a kill here, and then you can immediately like run in the tree, and then if you get this tree control in the post plant, you win the round. You can go up flank heaven, you can just stay alive here and get them off bomb, but like I said before, whoever controls tree in the post plant wins. So if you can take it in the middle of the post plant, you're almost guaranteed to win the clutch. So really good to play here. And if you can get that kill and kind of like I said, kill another one or something, it's really good. And also I feel like a lot of my teammates don't really pay attention to tree. So, but if you go tree and your teammate closes the door, well, this is more of like in the middle of the chaos type of thing. But like if you go tree super early on, your teammate closes the door, you might want to try to go out towards mid like this, so that when they break the door, you can turn around and shoot them as they're breaking the door. Or you can play really late. So if you can try to get that timing to cross over here, it's pretty good. On top gen, do we just hold heaven and ask someone to watch tree? If tree is not smoked, or if the smoke fades, then you might consider like going a little bit wider like this so they can't see you, right? But even then, like I might even just suggest like falling off. Because, you know, if no one's watching tree, which I promise you, even in Radiant, my teammates don't watch tree sometimes. So you're probably better off just falling off of gen and then playing here, or repositioning into hell. And now that we're talking about hell, do not, I repeat, do not start the post plant in hell for multiple reasons. One, you just get spammed. Two, you don't get to take any fights. So that means all you're going to watch your teammates die, and then they kind of jump out of heaven and then flood you, right? So play your post plant from a more aggressive position to take a fight. Take this fight, like play dice here, kill this guy, untuck, get ready to fight heaven or something, stand up, like whatever it is. Just please do not go into hell until you've taken a duel or until teammates have started dying. Hell is a fallback position. It is not a starting position in the post plant. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And one thing I wanted to note actually is if you don't execute out A with your double satchel, like let's say you don't need to, and you can just like go out with like dart and drone or something, throw your satchel into the smoke, close the door, and then pop it and then spam. You will actually get pretty high kills here, but the point of the satchel and the spam is to stop them from running through, and also you can kind of like control the smoke a little bit. So if you're just going out on the A execute and you're not satcheling in, there's an omen smoke here or a brim smoke, just throw a satchel in the smoke, close door, and spam, you know? If you want to be like a little bit better, maybe you like put the satchel on the sides so you don't get bopped, but that's kind of how like you prevent yourself from getting spammed from when you close the door. And if you want to be kind of super crazy about it, you would like throw your satchel here and then just jump across. And then if they run through, you detonate your satchel so their crosshair placement is messed up, and then you get the kill. But the point is like, you want to close the door, don't just close the door and sit here. Because they can wallbang you. Like, this is like wallbangable. So just be careful. If you close the door and sit there, you're just going to die. Like it's really scary. So your priority should be taking space sight. The second guy in the execute should be closing the door. Maybe even the third guy in. So you don't have to close the door every time, but it's okay for you to. Okay, so those are A post plants. I want to show you guys B post plant positions because I didn't have footage of this. I love this spot. Just playing like kind of close stairs, fighting the spawn angle. Cause like if this guy peeks spawn, like they're not normally like good enough to kill you just because the height elevation. And then if they swing from here instead, they'll swing like this and they don't expect you close. So you can take a fight here and contest spawn. And the important thing here is you're contesting the choke point. I see so many people play the post plant from back here. Like I said, this is a fallback spot, just like hell is on A. Back B site is a fallback spot. And honestly, this spot isn't really for Raze. This is more for like Sova or Omen, because they have rechargeable utility. So since we don't have rechargeable utility, you should be playing up close. You could like satchel, if you still have them, to delay spawn. They're coming out, you just leave your satchel there, they come out, boop, you pop. You know, it just delays like a few seconds, right? And then as soon as you get contact here, listen closely. As soon as you get contact on this guy's stairs, knife out, shift, jump, jump, shift, jump. Oh my god, now you're on ledge and they have no idea. They just saw you stairs and now you can play on ledge and then you can peek out, boom, free kill. Or you can just hold this line and then hide and then peek out again. But I like to just like, I like to play this by like playing hidden and then just peeking out for a free kill. And then now, after you got in that space, if there's no one there and they all go stairs, you can flank them. Oh my god, they definitely don't expect to get flanked here in the post plant. So that's my #1 tip in the B post plant, is trying to play ledge. Like this ledge angle is broken. You can also play this this angle on defense too. But this is more of like a Sova spot. But yeah, really good angle. Trying to make use of this one. And then this honestly, these post plant positions are like if you can't make it to market or whatever in like when the smokes are up, because like you were busy clearing the site and the smokes faded. But if the smokes are still up and you have time, 100% take the time to go and push market. Like go play here. And then you can play this angle fully tucked, or you could play a little bit wider. You hear them breaking the door. If you hear them breaking the door, just run at them and break the door and then kill them. Like they never expect it. So you could do that. If you hear them shooting, like your teammates on site, you could peek out and get the kill and then take market control. Just like how we were playing close tree on A to kill the tree player and then take tree control. If you kill the guy market and then take market control, you've almost guaranteed to win the post plant. Almost guaranteed. Because now they have to run out spawn and you got this crossfire. You can kind of just like, you know, shoot them in the back or make it really hard for them to come out. So that's why I like this position. And then, you know, if they never come market and the door is just closed, you can just kill them as they run out spawn. Easy. Kill this guy, or you just play full tuck, they run out, you get the kill. Or if your teammates are fighting, like, you know, they have the contact from here, then you can just peek off of their contact. Boom, free kill. So, yeah. Really good spot here. And then the last spot that I would maybe suggest playing in the B post plant is B main. Okay, so this is definitely not a Raze position, but the reason why B main is so good is because they are forced to clear you, or if they smoke you off, you can go through the smoke. But realistically, if you find yourself in this position as Raze, you're probably doing something wrong. So consider this more of a position to play, like if somehow you're in here and you don't really have anything else to do. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's all of offense. I guess maybe the one thing I would touch on is like if you're trying to split a site, you will, like if you're doing an A split, I think Raze is better to go cat. And if you're doing a B split, I prefer the Raze to go B main. If you're going into mid as Raze, it just feels really hard to do anything. But you know, it's not like it's bad for you to. You can nade close market. You can use your boombot to go through the smoke. It's just more difficult, but yeah, that's offense. Now we can take a look at defense. On the B post plant, when you're holding an aggressive position, do you dead zone shots? I don't really dead zone ever. The only time I dead zone is if I'm pre-firing something. So like if I like want to pre-fire like this, that's when I would dead zone. But like when I'm peeking angles like this, I don't really dead zone. Like any normal fight I take in Valorant, I don't really dead zone. I only dead zone to pre-fire angles. I know some people dead zone, especially with Deagle, they'll like dead zone like that. I'll be honest, I'm not like good enough to do that. So I'll just like shoot like this with my Deagle. I'll just like strafe, stop, shoot, straight, stop, shoot. Because that gives me time to aim. If I like shoot my Deagle like this, I feel like I'm not getting any headshots. I'm just like body spamming them. You know, like I feel like I don't have time to aim. So I personally don't utilize dead zoning all too much. Okay, so let's talk about defense. I showed a good amount of examples of defense contesting A main, so I'm not gonna overly go over this. But if you're playing against KO or Omen, jiggling this nade is good because if they rush, you can throw the nade to fight, or you can throw the nade close to stop the rush. You do have to be careful of that though. For some reason, your nade gets stuck in little details like this on the wall, and it's just so annoying. So, ideally, you throw the nade something like this if you want to fight. If you're not blind, like let's say they KO knife and they run past the one way, you can throw the nade like this to clear the cubby and land on the orb. If you're really scared of a rush, you could tuck and nade it a little bit closer. You can even just right click it if you want to. But you can full stop a rush if you do this. So starting with nade in hand is pretty good. And then like I said, you're gonna rotate towards cat. I love this angle. I don't know if you guys like it, but I crouch hold this angle. If they walk up, I get the shot and then I can fall back and play here. And then if they start splitting up cat and I still have my nade, I can nade that. If they run past my nade, I'll satchel like this. So as you can see, it's a death trap, right? If they come through, their crosshair placement is gonna be messed up by my satchel. So to recap, get the angle here, tuck here, jiggle, they come up, nade, satchel, free kill. Easy, 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 easy. If the cat smoke is there, okay, so I should go back. I hold this angle if there's no cat smoke. If there is a cat smoke, then I like to walk out wide and go here. And then my favorite angle is actually on this box, so I'll play here. They walk up cat, I'll get a kill, tuck, throw a satchel, fight a little bit, try to get my nade off, jiggle it out, and then I'll just try to satchel out, kind of like that, and get a free kill that way. Or if I feel like they're not coming up cat, I'll actually shift walk out and play this angle. Ooh, scandalous. Like this angle is kind of greedy. But like when I'm holding my crosshair here, it's not to kill the cat player, it's to kill this guy walking up mid. So like if I'm walking up mid here, I'm looking here. And then boom, you die to this guy in the box. Like no one's walking up mid like looking like this. Like if they're doing that, they're a psychopath. So if you ever die on that angle to the guy mid, just consider them cheating. Out of all the games I've played, I've never died to the mid player here. Ever. And I've almost always gotten a kill here. So hold this angle. You can kill the guy fridge too, actually, if you peek out like this. But I don't know if I'm going to convert this duel as much as this one. So I normally like to hold this angle. But trust me, you can get a kill here and then just satchel and get out. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And if they walk up cat on you, which is maybe what you guys are worried about, it's pretty rare that this guy, is pre-aiming on the box like already. Like he's probably walking here and or he's maybe like deep there, pre-aiming for the deep box like this, right? But if you're wide like this, I don't know. It's really hard for them to pre-aim that because you're so wide, if that makes sense. Like it's a very unexpected angle. Okay, so that's defense. Like I said, I like to rotate towards cat. I've showed you guys so many clips to rotate towards cat. If they rush B, peek top mid, break the killjoy turret here, and then you can just knife out and run to market. This rotates a lot quicker than rotating spawn, and you've created pressure on the flank by breaking killjoy turret. Now you're probably thinking, oh my god, Dopai, what if there's one top mid, or one lurking? Don't I just die? The answer is yes. Yes, you do just die. But take the risk. And then after you die, then you adapt. You don't adapt before you know that they're lurking, okay? So that's super important. You're rotating B, double satcheling to get there faster is really big. If there's no smoke there, if there is a smoke there, double satchel and get into stairs and help your site teammate. You just flew past the rest of their enemies and then you're on site now with your teammate to help them. You see that? Really, really important. This is going back to that flood concept. Flood and help your teammate site. Just get on there and help them, okay? If your teammate is dead on B, then maybe then you would satchel this way to make space, and then you kill the guy logs and you go out here. You could even do that on the retake if you want to make space. You can even just do it not from that ledge, you can just do it from here. So remember, you're trying to make space, okay? If you're not playing A, which is pretty rare, like I said, I play A a lot, then if you don't want to play A main, you just start cat. So round start, barrier drop, go wide left, boom. Now I'm playing cat. Then I'll just play that angle I was talking about. Same thing, except you're just playing cat instead of starting A main. If they're doing a B split, you sit in the smoke, wait till the smoke fades, and then you peek out and then try to flank them. You can satchel up here as they're doing the B split, and they honestly don't turn around in time, and you get a free kill. Dating tiles off rip is not bad at all. It's pretty good. I honestly don't do it as much as I should. So if I nade tiles off rip, I'll do it like to break their Sova drone. So like if I think they're Sova droning, I'll just nade like that, break their drone. But yeah, trading nade for drone is pretty good, especially on this map. So feel free to do so. So that's how I play cat. If I play bottom mid, which is rare, I like to play pizza because pizza is immune to Sova dart. Like there's no Sova dart that scans you pizza unless they dart here, in which case they're not scanning close mid, so it's kind of dumb for them to dart here. So pizza is good. You can play here, you get a kill, you can play for this aggressive angle, get a shot, and then ask for your teammate to smoke you off, or you can try to satchel and get out. If you have a teammate that you trust to break your dart that lands here or here, or if they dart from top mid, you can go close mid, and this is my favorite angle. I play off angle here, and then when they walk out tiles like this, peek cat, they go like this, and then go and peek cat. Boom, I'm in the off angle, free kill, right? So you can just hold free kill, and then after that, you can peek out, you can nade, you can try to satchel out, whatever. It's risky to do as Raze, but to be honest, I love this angle. Like this angle is just so good. Another good angle that you can play too is here. You can actually see over the omen smoke if they throw a bad one. So it's a pretty good angle. You get a free kill there too. And then if you ever play B, which as Raze you should rarely be playing B, but if you do play B, consider holding nade out for the rush. So if they omen blind, you cancel the rush. Or you could play ledge and let them into the site. Pre-aiming dart, break dart, they come into B, you just fight, tuck. Wait, you take your first contact, throw satchel, peek again, kind of just like jiggle a little bit and then use your nade. The benefit of playing towards B is that you have these windows. Throw a nade through window, throw a satchel through window and then peek with it. This one's kind of deadly. You hear them get the orb? Satchel out. Satchel. Boom. Kind of nice, but you know, if they're close, you just die. So you have to like know it's one player. So playing towards B is kind of like whatever, but there's a pretty good ult you can do here. Satchel out. Here comes the party. My ult's ready. Right, so off rep, you could do that ult. It's not too bad. That's probably one of the few off rep ults I would recommend. If you're super good at satcheling, you could do the off rep ult on A. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to do this one, so don't laugh at me. Satchel out. Here comes the party. My ult's ready. It's actually pretty good. I think you're supposed to land up here though. Like if you're really good at it, you land up here. Like I said, I don't know how to do these satchels, so you could do that too if you want to do an off rip ult, but yeah, I don't do that too much. And then for rotates, I mean, I already showed you guys the rotates, but you start A main, you boom bot. You could rotate either cat to fight, or you can rotate tree to mid. I definitely prefer the cat rotate, but if you've done it too much and you died to the lurker, definitely consider just rotating this way instead. And then once you are here, you can, like I said, satchel to get on site to help your teammate, or if you're in the retake, you satchel to switch to kill the guy logs or the guy market. Now we can talk about retakes, I guess. If you're playing retake A, don't go heaven. It's kind of useless. Unless you have a really early timing and your teammates are on site to go heaven, I prefer to go tree. So if I'm tree, I get to break door, I get to satchel this guy and kill him. If I have nade, I get to nade gen. If I have nade, I get to nade dice. If I have nade, I get to nade off A main. If I have nade, I get to peek out gen, clear gen, and then nade hell. You know, like, you get a little bit more options. And then if you're super crazy, you have a double satchel over here to make space. And if you're super good with your satchels, you can make it up here. I can't do it, but you can make space that way on the retake. So that's how you would retake A. Just go tree. More oftentimes than not, you go tree. And if you still have boombot, you can use it to clear tree, like the lurker, or you know, you can clear your right while you clear your left, whatever the case may be. But Raze is better off retaking from tree. If you're retaking B, retake B sucks, but big priority here on retake B is just making it out of spawn. So if you make it out of spawn, you can retake from stairs and from lane, then you're doing pretty good. Of course, you do have to be careful of this guy. So if it's smoked off, you know, have someone watch your back while you come up. If you still have nade, nading backside in the retake is huge. there is a nade that you can throw from spawn. I think you line up with this little thingy here and then you just run through, and this lands default. Yeah, I remember it being a little bit better, but it's something like that. Maybe you like aim lower here. Actually, maybe you don't run at all. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. You just don't run. And then you can nade dice like that. It's like not too bad, and you can run out spawn like that, but it's probably better for you to just nade B main to kill that lurker, or nading backside, to be honest. Some spam spots that are really good as you're retaking is this. You spam this, you kill this guy playing on the box. And then as you're running out spawn, spam this to clear this double box. If you clear those two spots, your retaker is a lot easier as well. That should cover everything Ascent related, I think. Hopefully. Some of my favorite positions to play on defense sometimes, if I'm really never getting kills, is to play here. They come out A, they updraft dash out. I play this off angle, get this kill. I'm just looking for kills. This is a lot better for Jet or Reyna, but like if I'm really struggling, I'll play there. You can also play Hell. Play this angle, kill the guy coming out switch. But like these are just spots that I play when I struggle to get kills. You can play up here too, but I rarely play up here, to be honest. I feel like I just get droned out or darted or flashed, or they come up A split and I just die, so. Yeah, maybe you can experiment with this one a little bit more, but maybe I should experiment with this one more. But I actually avoid this one a lot. I don't like it. I'd rather just play here, fight, and then fall back to site. Can you explain the cat tree A split again? Okay, cool. So if I'm splitting A, I like to nade here for the smoke so they don't run out on me. If I want to go to site, I'm looking here to trade my teammate. I'll probably route towards Gen and then clear Hell and all this stuff, right? But if my teammates already secure the site and start planning or whatever, or if I can run back into tree in time before my teammate closed the door, I will play this crossfire to hold tree control, or I will play late cat to kill them if they come late, come cat. And then in the off chance that I go for this timing because I'm feeling confident, after I spray, I might take control of the smoke after the nade and then get ready to swing out of the smoke to kill this guy and then flank blast. And then maybe I'll kill that guy, or like I'll just sit here and wait for the rotate. And it's just like I'm looking for like a really odd timing to kill rotators basically. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Would we just walk into cat, up cat into tree? I mean, you're not really walking at this point if you're executing. But if you mean like after you're in the smoke, then yeah, you would probably just walk through. Like if you're in the smoke, you would walk silent, peek out, and then like kind of just walk up after. Oh, like early round. Oh, well, early round you can get into the A split in a variety of ways. You could like start with the default and then go into the split. You can smoke bottom mid and then just start top mid. So if there's a smoke there, you would just walk up cat and kind of just shift walk and then like work into an A split. But the problem is this smoke is kind of obvious, but whatever. And then you kind of just like go into the A split then. You can do it like that for sure. But most of the time in higher rank, like A splits and B splits you do in the mid round, and you don't really do it in the early round. Like starting the round with a mid split is kind of just like, hey guys, I smoked bottom mid, I'm gonna be up cat soon. You know, like it's telegraphed, but it's funny, people still call it in Radiant lobbies anyways. But the success rate, in my opinion, converts pretty low. I've seen Jing jump spot arch without smoke and then just double satchel and up immediately cat. Yep, his teammate buys him frenzy, he buys armor, double satchel. Jump spot, see nothing, and then you just double satchel up. If you go for this, you're super quick timing, and then you can kind of like go up cat alone. So if you do it on a pistol round, it works. You can do it on Spectre rounds, you can do it on Judge rounds. But this is more of like a niche play that you're doing on like a bonus round or an eco round or a pistol round. You do that with a rifle, like, I mean, kudos, you're fucking crazy. Double satcheling here with the Judge too is pretty good because you can kill the guy close and then, yeah. Gun and ecos to steal their guns, exactly. Okay, I think that covers all of Ascent. Today was quicker than yesterday. Thank God for a 2 bomb site map and not a 3 bomb site map. No bueno on the 3 bomb site map. Trying the ramp route warm up, having trouble micro flicking. Where do you position your right, 4th, and 5th fingers on the mouse? Okay, so for me, my pinky and ring finger are just on the side, but my pinky finger kind of touches the mouse pad a little bit. But to be honest, the general recommendation is just to put your hand on the mouse and move it around until it's comfortable. If you're having trouble micro flicking, it's most likely like either your sense is too high or you just don't have the practice in, and it's almost never your grip. People can palm grip, which doesn't let you use your fingers at all, but they'll still be able to micro flick. So worry less, I would say, about the grip and more about just getting reps in or making sure that your sensitivity is like a optimal one. But micro flicking is difficult. I am working on my micro flicks for a pretty long time now, so, and it's still kind of whatever, but it's obviously good to train. And when you do these micro adjustments, like most of the time it's probably your wrist or your fingers when you're using micro adjustments, but you almost never micro adjust with your arm. Like that's just, you use your arm for large movements, so I don't know if that helps at all, but typically it's like your wrist or your fingers. Are there videos of the ramp warm up showing what ideal is? I don't know if there's footage of going through every single scenario and showing you exactly how to play it. The directions are kind of confusing. I will say I play the ramp warm up regularly on my stream, so you can pull up my stream and see me playing it because I play the task how they're supposed to be played. And I know that the tasks are played correctly because the person who made the ramp warm up was my aim coach, and he walked me through each scenario. So yeah, I wish there was a video on it. I feel like it would be much more ideal. And maybe that's a video I can make in the future. We can make a video on it. Anything aim related, we can make a video on it. It gets the most clicks. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions on Ascent at all? Questions. Pretty simple map. Yep. It's a pretty solved map at this point. I'm not a fan. Why are they removing all these other maps, but Haven and Ascent are still in the map pool? Like, please get me out. But it's okay. It's okay, guys. Where do you play if these don't work? Like on defense? Like we just can't hit shots. Judge? Ooh, some judge. Okay, so some judge spots. Xander plays here, gets one, jumps out. Boom. He does it with Omen. I would know because he was on my team recently. Another judge spot, close cat. Boom, boom, easy kills. You could play here too. Boop, boop. You could play here. Boop, boop. You could play here. Easy clap. You could play here, a little bit more aggressive. You could play here. To be honest though, I prefer this one. Or like you can get ready to fight. If you play here, it's like you can kill like jet dashes out and then you can like run forward and try to get more kills. I mean, it definitely works. I'd say that's about it. I mean, another spot to play for easy kills is ledge, but you just have to be worried about the Sova dart or the Odin spam. Like if they spam you back, it's kind of sad, to be honest. But yeah. And then I showed you my favorite spots on A to get kills. Coffin or Hell. Like I'm just not getting kills. This angle is like free kill. This angle is even more of a free kill. You just die right after. Like when you play these positions, you're looking to get 2 kills. Alrighty, I think that is everything. Any last minute questions before I end the recording?
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Oh wait, that's kind of crazy actually. You know how I was talking about like you just pinch them if they're going mid B? Imagine you just double satchel on them and flank. Oh. Imagine you just double satchel and flank them.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Okay, I don't have it. Section 1 does have a recording link. It's the first one if you scroll all the way up.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
You're going mid B, I'm right behind you. That would be crazy. It's probably worth learning, but I'd rather just satchel up here. They're going mid B and just shoot them from up here. Oh. Someone mentioned yesterday. I don't know if you guys are up for it, but as homework, maybe you guys can make a Valo plant to turn everything that I talked about in this session into a playbook on Valo plant and make playbooks for you guys. Like make an offense playbook and make a defense playbook. And if you guys do that for homework and there's like a really good one, then I could just save it and like we could post it in the chat and everyone can use it. If no one wants to make the Valo plant playbook, then and there's demand for it at the very end of the boot camp, I'll spend some time and just go through and make the prep books myself if there's demand for it, but that's going to be much more delayed. So if you guys want to do it and you guys want to share it, that would be awesome and that would be good homework to help you guys implement this stuff. All right, let me end the recording.